Hey groupies, welcome back to Forma Therapy. This is the Culture Study. I'm the channel's video producer and your host. You can call me PD. And today we are checking out Lovesick Girls by BLACKPINK. BLACKPINK finally making their long-awaited return with this title track. Now, they had their pre-release singles, How You Like That and Ice Cream, but Lovesick Girls is the official title track, and it's also kicking off the release of their first full-length studio album, which we're going to be doing a listening party for in a few days or weeks from now. I'm not quite sure. I'm going to be going on a break, but before I went on a break, I was sort of like pre-filming videos, and I knew I couldn't just leave you guys without BLACKPINK's Lovesick Girls. Now, I have high hopes for this song. Now, there have been a lot of back and forth, I would say, between the past few pre-release singles of people just really not being into. I've seen personally on the comments of my videos a lot of negativity towards How You Like That, Ice Cream even more so. I think the biggest commentary being that it has a very Western sound, or people not liking that very Western drop, especially in How You Like That. I'm not quite sure if this is going to be a reaction or a review video because we are also going to be changing things up. So I feel like I don't want to keep things the same on this channel anymore. I want to start doing more in-depth reviews, in-depth reactions to the songs and music videos that are coming out. So really what these videos are going to be are we're splitting the reactions and the review part. The reactions, well, it's going to be coming out right away, like as soon as we can when the music video drops, because it's just going to be like our first impression. You know, what do we think listening to it on the first hand? Because I understand that most of you guys actually only come here for the reactions. Most people don't even give a shit about my reviews or what I think about songs or music videos. That's fine. That's completely fine. I understand the value and I see the value of those first impression reactions. So, you know, you're just going to be getting these first impression reactions. But for those of you who want to see a little bit more in-depth commentary on either the music video or the songs themselves, I will be doing separate, more in-depth reviews, a few days later or like a week later, something like that. Because to do justice on a review for a song or a music video, let's face it, it requires more than one listen. It requires more than even two listens. Sometimes it requires something like 10 to 15 listens to fully gauge a song and what the song is about and how you really feel about it. Some songs, you might not as be hot on it when you're first listening to it, and then a couple listens later, you love it, or some songs you love it in the beginning, but then you don't like it as much later. I'm sure everyone can relate to that, For example, BLACKPINK's How You Like That, I liked a lot of the song except that chorus. The chorus was the only thing that I didn't agree with, right? And yet, somehow, all these months later, How You Like That's chorus is one of the most repetitive things stuck in my head. And I will just randomly shout in the middle of my house, just, how you like that, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And I'll just do, Lisa's post-chorus part. And I realized, I just had a different frame of mind, but listening to it over afterwards, I realized, it's completely fine. I actually really like it. The same went for Treasure's Boy, And yet, the reactions that I have out there, the review and the commentary I give on it, it's sort of immortalized as, that's how I feel about a certain song. And it's not just this song. It's not just How You Like That. It's any song. There are a ton of songs out there where I feel like, oh man, I suddenly love this song a lot more. And I wish I could be doing it justice, telling people how I truly feel about this song. So if I ever do have a case like that, we're just going to upload a more in-depth reaction or an in-depth analysis of a song. But for now, we're just going to be sticking to a first impression for the immediate release. So nothing's changing in the sense of you guys aren't losing anything. It's just being split up so that you get reaction videos quicker. And, our reaction videos tended to come out late anyways. We would upload a week or 2 weeks later at a time. But now, instead of like that, the reaction video comes out first, and then what comes out later will be a more in-depth analysis or review. So yeah, expect that change to sort of take like the next month or two to sort of like watch over the next few videos. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy watching these videos. Also, if you guys want to support us, visit us at our Patreon, patreon.com/formatherapy. We have live stage reactions, variety show drama, reality show reactions. Specifically, we just started watching YG's Treasure Box and Good Girl over on our Patreon. If you want to watch along with us, join us on Patreon. But if you don't want to, that's completely fine. Supporting us monetarily is completely optional. Let's check out this video. This is Lovesick Girls by BLACKPINK, and this is your form of therapy. Hold on. I don't know where my mouse went. All right, there we go. Okay, I can already tell based on this opening that this is going to be a much more pop-driven song. Oh, I can already tell you this song is going to be it. This is it. Oh. Lisa's rapping, but she's not doing her usual full-on rapping. It's like a mix of like a more sing-songy melodical rapping. Good Lord, Jesus looks gorgeous. Wow. Whoa. Is there like a small little bass line in the back? Oh, yup. That is, yep, okay. Whoa. What does this section remind me of? Ah, that part. I forgot. Oh. I'm sure, as most of you guys know, I am a sucker for a good retro 80s influence song, and Lovesick Girls sounds like a much more modern take on a much more modern, bittersweet, I don't want to say sad. It's not a sad song, but lovesick take on. I feel like the melody in the chorus kind of reminds you of like Cyndi Lauper. Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Just like one part, like the "We Are the Lovesick Girl," like girls just want to have fun. Like something about that reminds me of that melody, but in general, the song sounds completely different. But wow. I said it. I said it in my How You Like That reaction. You can go back and you can probably timestamp it. Um, I said that How You Like That, that's not the song to get all up in arms about. Okay, so couple things. I saw like a lot of negativity about Blackpink's How You Like That, and my reaction was, listen, chill. So yeah, it's not like the greatest song in the world, but like it's a pre-release single. Like we have a title track, coming out, and one, the title track is what you need to focus on. Think of How You Like That as essentially just a B-side. You can not like a B-side, that's fine. Two, like just because the music video for How You Like That is all grand and it's a big spectacle does not mean that it is a title track. And I said that I had a feeling that How You Like That, because it was like their first time putting out any kind of content like over a year, in such a long time, that they were going to focus more on the music video for How You Like That, but they were going to save their big guns, the song, for their title track, even if the music video is not as big a spectacle as How You Like That. And that was exactly the case here. Lovesick Girls by no means is like a huge YG music video. In fact, I feel like Blackpink has actually been upping in scale repeatedly, with Duru Duru, Kill This Love, How You Like That. Those music videos have been huge in scale, but Lovesick Girls, they actually they actually kind of toned it down on the music video side. The music video has a little bit more of an indie sensibility to it. Like a lot of it is shot outdoors, or even their indoor sets aren't like huge and big with like the crazy spectacle that they once had. I feel like here the focus is really the song. There were some definite beautiful moments in the music video. Jisoo in the rain, Jisoo in like the blue fields, Rose acting the shit out of that scene in the bathtub during the bridge, where oh my god, I definitely have to hear that again because the bridge sounded so good. But Rose acting the shit out of that scene in the bathtub where she's like covered in like, it's like ink or paint or whatever. So I think in general, this was the one to look out for. This was the one to look out for, and I think Lovesick Girls kills it. I think this is my favorite type of Blackpink song. This is sort of more on their pink side. And so there is also sort of a difference, because people have been referring to Blackpink's black and pink side, black being like their more rap focused stuff or their more harder content, or pink being their more softer stuff, their more pop content. But I actually think there is a change in that definition now, because given what Blackpink has been putting out and their collaborations. I know there's a Cardi B feature on the album. I don't know what that's going to sound like. Can't wait to hear that. But given their sort of track record and how You Like That sounds, Kill This Love, a lot of the complaints for Ice Cream or Kill This Love was that, oh, it sounds too much like American pop. It sounds too much like Western pop. And I think that is the new divide between their black discography and their pink discography. I think when it comes to their black discography, that's going to be their more Western appeal songs, their American appeal songs, whereas their pink sides are going to be more so their K-pop songs, more of their roots. And so I think what we have to understand as an audience going forward is that you're going to be getting both. All right, you're going to be getting both styles, and I think the reason why it's been so hard and difficult to swallow for people is because Blackpink does not have regular comebacks. I think people are holding Blackpink to a stricter standard, which doesn't quite work, because Blackpink releases like an EP a year, and previously it was like once every year and a half, or two, like almost 2 years. Like, their release rate is pretty slow. But people will hold them to a standard of other K-pop groups who release an EP like once every 4 or 5 months, people who have 2 to 3 comebacks a year. But that's not Blackpink's style. Blackpink releases an EP or a single per year, and they take it slow. And so each EP, each album can be experimental. And so I knew that they were going to have another Pink song eventually, even though there was Studu Tudu, Kill This Love, and How You Like That. People were just like, oh, like, I don't like Blackpink's music anymore. Like, whatever, whatever, whatever. First of all, I feel like you can still like a group regardless of that, anyways. You can still like a group just because you don't like a certain sound. But the complaint about Blackpink sounding too Western, for example, like with How You Like That. And I don't even know why I'm defending Blackpink. I'm not like a huge Blackpink fan. I look at this all from like an unbiased perspective. But I don't know. People kind of flooding my video with negative comments just makes me feel like the need of like, you guys don't get it. First of all, this is K-pop. This is music. Let's just enjoy all music, first of all. And second, as someone who is Korean American, I have been listening to K-pop since I was born. I am not like most other Korean Americans who is out of touch with their Korean heritage and their roots. My parents, even though I grew up in the US, I was born in Korea, and my parents made sure I was always in touch with my Korean roots. So I grew up on Korean dramas, Korean music, Korean idols at the youngest of age, and I've seen it all. And so I have seen actually the K-pop industry trying to break out in the US for such a long time, and it hasn't worked. It hasn't worked for the longest of times. Seven tried to make a debut. BoA, SNSD, Wonder Girls. So many people have tried to make a debut here, and it's never worked. And Blackpink, along with stays like BTS and Monsta X, these groups have made wild success here in the US, and people are saying, oh, it doesn't sound like K-pop. It doesn't sound like K-pop. But, why can't we just appreciate the fact that we are finally, or at least the K-pop music is getting finally global appeal, And I think that's the thing, what people have to understand about Blackpink and the criteria and the standards you hold them for. If you're going to judge Blackpink's music, you have to understand they are not a K-pop artist anymore. They are not a Western artist anymore. They are, in my opinion, a global artist, which is the same standards I'm kind of holding BTS to now. BTS, for a long time, their music has, started going more towards a Western sound. But, there are a few sounds that also sound K-pop. And BTS is also more of a global artist at this point than they are an American artist or a K-pop artist. And Blackpink as well, and they are making targeted pushes in those countries. So I feel like, long summation, I feel like once I started viewing it from that lens, I was like, I love How You Like That. Is the song a little bit more kind of cookie cutter generic? Yeah, but fuck it, Why can't I just enjoy mind-numbing music, Why can't I enjoy just mainstream dance music, right? But Lovesick Girls is emotional, it is passionate, it is cute, it definitely has that K-pop flavor. It's a mix of all these things that, quite frankly, reminded me why I fell in love with Blackpink in the first place. And so I do want to watch this again. I want to check this out again. I want to go through the things that I liked in the song. I'm not sure if there's anything to take away from the music video. We'll watch it again. Like I said, it's not as big in scale as their previous videos, but perhaps if we watch it again, there's something we might not have noticed. But yeah, let's check it out again. I love this part. I love this part with Lisa. You know, Lisa has a very aggressive style of rapping, but I also like it when she does this kind of like very beautiful, a little bit slowed down melodic rapping.
버티는 거야. 어차피 떠나면 상처 조성인 채로 미워하게 될 걸. 끝장을 보기 전 끝낼 순 없어.
You know, and I feel like, you know, instead of shooting indoors and having like these huge grand sets like Kill This Love or How You Like That, this whole song has that kind of like youthful kind of indie vibe to it. And shooting outside is very intentional because you can get these very beautiful bokeh background lights, like right here. Looks gorgeous.
끝장을 보기 전 끝낼 순 없어. 이 아픔을 기다린 것처럼. 아마 다 잠깐일지도 몰라. 우리 무얼 찾아서 헤매는 걸까. But I don't care. Do it over and over.
And I love how when the bass comes in, literally the guitar also comes in at the same time. I don't think this is a bass guitar, but it comes in. Yeah, it comes in at the same moment. Oh, what does this remind me of? This part right here. This instrumental right here. Ah. Is it that same instrument? No. It's not. Is it Barbra Streisand? Is it the Duck Sauce song? No, I don't think that's what it is. It's reminding me of something. But I love this portion.
No doctor could help when I'm lost.
I love the editing right here.
Not even on my list. Love is a drug that I quit. No doctor could help when I'm lost.
You've got this duality between when the relationship is good, but then when it also has them fighting, and it's color graded differently too. You know, right here it's like bright and saturated. You know, when they're fighting, it's like cold and blue. Is this where Icon shot their... Icon shot, what was it? Goodbye Road? Is that what it... Or no, is it I'm Okay? Which one was it? This might be where Icon also shot. Oh, that bass is just sexy. Okay, I really like this section. Just because, so the instrumental is like this really simple guitar, and yet the melody is just like so much faster, like when they're singing. Like even though the guitar is just like a few couples, just like very hollow strums, she's singing really extremely fast. God, and like just like the acting in her fingers, the tears being shed, incredible. Just really all while lip syncing at the same time. What amazes me is that Chizu is also, I mean, Rose is a phenomenal singer. She's, the main vocalist of Blackpink. But man, Jisoo hitting this note right here. Wow. I mean, Jisoo has improved so much more. I mean, Jisoo had already reached the point where she had improved so much, but I never thought Jisoo could even hit to this level. I love this part so much. Oh my god. And these lyrics are really interesting too. We are the lovesick girls. You can't just end this love on your own. I'm nothing without this pain. These lyrics are about a group of girls that live incredibly unhealthy lives. They have a very unhealthy view on relationships. In fact, it's incredibly toxic. The way they view love and relationships, and they sort of acknowledge it. We were meant to die alone. Wait, is that the lyric? Oh, they're born to die alone. So I feel like those lyrics also sort of point to kind of insinuating that like they're very much aware of their problem. It's like a self-destructive nature of like, that you have a very toxic view of love. You have a very toxic view of how obsessed you are with all of this. And so inevitably everyone's always going to leave. We were born to die alone. You were always going to wind up alone because of your inherent nature to be so obsessed. So I love that, like, it's a very bright, loud song. It's cheering. It's almost like an anthem. The way they shout, the way they're shouting in unison, like in a giant big chorus. It sounds like a feel-good anthem, but the lyrics are actually incredibly negative in a way. And so I feel like there's a little bit of an edginess to the lyrics that I think make it really, really interesting. Right, it's these girls that are obsessed with being in love and obsessed with the cycle. They're nothing without this pain. They are almost they thrive off of this drama almost. Wow. Interesting lyrics for a song. The song is awesome. Oh my god, personally, this is definitely one of my favorite Blackpink title tracks. That goes without saying. Y'all know I'm a sucker for like a good retro 80s synth. And right now K-pop is going through a very wonderful 80s trend. So I'm not complaining, but I'm surprised that actually YG even did something like that. But I'm down with it. Like I said, I think Blackpink's approach to this sort of global marketing is pretty smart. It's pretty smart, but they're giving us both doses of the black and the pink side, which I think is good. I think it was really hard to deal with that when they were having so very few comebacks. I think that's what made it so hard previously, because they were having so very few comebacks. To have like their quote unquote black side or their Western music inspired side back to back to back, it could feel tiring, but I do like that they finally gave us something that's a little bit more on the pink side. But I can appreciate the black discography like a lot more now that I kind of like look through it with a much different lens. I think the this music video had almost like a sort of that teenage dream youth indie feel to it. Them driving in that, was it a Cadillac, or it was some kind of a convertible. driving down with the hood down. You know, it has all the makings of like a feel good indie movie, but again, the lyrics are freaking tragic. You know, I think the VIP here for me is Jisoo. I think Jisoo did really well in the, what was it, the first verse or the second verse? I think it was the first verse. Yeah, Jisoo did well in the first verse and the bridge. Rose obviously killed it as well. I would say Jisoo is my VIP, but I'm also glad that we actually, you know, got that soft rapping from Lisa, and then we actually got her more, you know, kind of like intense rapping during the second verse. And same with Jenny. We, you know, sometimes people will complain if Jenny only sings in a song. Oh, I wish we had gotten more of rapper Jenny, but we got both. We got Jenny singing in the first verse, and we got Jenny rapping in the second verse. So I feel like all in all, we got the best of both worlds in this entire song. So I can't imagine any reason why anybody could complain. I certainly can't. I give the song like a solid 10 out of 10. Music video is more like a 7 out of 10. I mean, it's good, it's well produced, but not particularly, I would say, interesting to me personally. I'm more about the song here. But guys, I would love to know, what did you guys think of Lovesick Girls by Blackpink? Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. If you guys want to support us, head on over to our Patreon. Go ahead and check out our live stage variety show, Reality Reactions, but supporting us monetarily is completely optional if you don't want to. Why don't you go ahead and actually just hit the like button. Leave us a comment when you interact with our videos. It helps us out a lot. Hit subscribe, be notified when we upload a new video, and check out all our other videos over here. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.